Do not disturb.
We're now live.
And let me put my phone on do not disturb. Somebody won't be calling in and getting on my nerve.
Okay. I need to do the same thing, actually. Here we go. We are live on the TV now. What? Oh, you've been down here for a while. Huh? 9 o'clock.
How you do this? Do not. You better not. Go downstairs. Bye. Go downstairs. Oh. You're not getting on my nerves today.
Where's everybody else at?
Where is the people?
Everybody got the link. I don't know where everybody at.
Bus Clown, all I'm getting on to?
I sent everybody the link.
Oh, okay.
Hello, doves, crows, and dragons.
You sent the new link? Same link. No, that's
Hmm?
no, see, that's the same link. Never mind. Move from the door. No. Move. He's so damn bad. Jesus. What the people saying in the chat?
Here we go. There's Terrence.
Hey, Terrence.
Hey.
I feel like I just need to hold my phone. I feel like I look so far away.
Oh, I've been working hard over here, getting this house together for this my holiday gathering.
I know that's Saturday. Oof. Boy.
I'm trying to get everybody in here, y'all.
What they saying? I'm tired. I'm late.
So I have Rodney and Terrence at the moment. Hello, Tiana.
Not Tiana.
That's her
Can
name.
Terrence hear?
Her
Can you hear?
name's Tiana.
Okay.
Hi,
I,
Tiana.
I don't know
Happy
where everybody is,
holidays.
y'all.
Hi to you. I'm like, who y'all looking at? Yeah, long.
You're a little slow.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello,
long.
Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
How was y'all's day so far, guys?
Doves, crows, dragons. Hello.
It was it was
Busy,
good.
long, busy, tiresome.
It was really, really good.
But it was productive. Oh,
Good.
thank you, Doves, Crows,
Uh,
and Dragons. Ooh, happy holidays to everybody that's watching. Happy holidays, happy holidays. I can't believe the holidays is here.
I know. I gotta put my. I still got
December the 2nd.
Christmas tree up.
23 days. That's crazy. I feel like I was just half naked outside during the summer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put up a Christmas tree this year.
I want to. I'm trying to see y'all.
Oh, I don't want to mess. Hi, Miss Montfort. I don't want to mess up your first name. Von Tressa.
Vanessa?
I said that right. Von Tressa.
All right, Teresa in the comments.
Did I say
Von
your name right?
Teresa.
Von Tressa.
Von
Von
Tre-
Teresa.
Teresa.
Teresa. Okay, Von Teresa. I knew I didn't want to say it. I knew it was gonna mess it up. I knew it.
But Brandon,
All
what?
right, so I don't know why it's taking everybody so long to get in here. It's not even showing me that they're joining. But since I have the two of y'all here, what were y'all's
Yeah,
takes on last night?
I'll let Rodney go first.
Since it was your home, you can go first.
Oh gosh. I said before. I think people misunderstood the frustration and the disappointment. It wasn't about the recording part. Like I said, I could care less about what was recorded. Whatever I said, I can say it to the person's face, whatever. But for me, it was about the principle was it that was recorded in my home, my brand new home, and Black doesn't know this, and but I went through in my old home, my past relationship. I was very disrespected in my own home, in it within my relationship, and so I vowed that when I move into my new home, I would never allow anybody, anything, any person, place, with nobody to disrespect my home. And for me, that was a trigger for me because I've been in that space. And for this to be mine with my name on it, I don't pay rent, I pay mortgage, it's my shit. I don't that's like that was just it was just a trigger for me. And with me trying I'm very reluctant of letting people in. um, I keep a wall up because I've been hurt too many times. And in this group, the only person that I know prior to this doing this was Enrique. And even Enrique and I are building a friendship. So, and Enrique hasn't, been in my home that many times. And for me to do this project, do the show and get with these people and getting to know them and for Black to do that, I just, regardless of what he thought why he should have or why he shouldn't have or whatever the reason was, it's not about that. I could care less about that. It's the fact that it was in my home. We could have did it somewhere else outside of my home, maybe his home. I mean, we could have did it at his house, but to do it at mine, that was a trigger for me because of my past, and I felt very disrespected. Um, Regardless of him, people saying, "Oh, stuff is boring." I'm so tired of that word. I don't know what to do. But that was just it for me, and that touched me in a way where I had to look at him sideways now, and I'm sure they'll probably see as the season go along that when I see him, I'm kind of like real, like, like you over there. But I mean, I'm trying to, deal with it. I'm trying to be in a better space with it. But that's one thing that I vowed that I would never allow happen again. So, and he did that. So that just, yeah, it took me to a whole nother level.
Mm. Rodney, how do you feel?
Oh, child, y'all really want to know? Well, I got time. Well, this is how I truly feel about that whole situation. This is me being very transparent and honest. That's all I can be. For one, I do care about being recorded when it's not my knowledge, because yeah, I can repeat what I say, but why are we doing that? For one, it was not for production. For one, we were done filming and we was truly having a good time. And so I feel like if a person can take that moment, innocent moment like that, and try to make it out for a production, like I just thought that was whack as hell. And that makes me not want to trust you, because if I can't trust you with simple fun shit like that, I'm damn sure not gonna trust you with my secret. And to be honest, like, and if Black noticed, I have backed up since the incidents happened from him. Like, I was not really being like, I like Black, but like I don't do that. Like, I just feel like that was whack, and I truly felt like that he shouldn't have blamed production, because even if production told you to do that, you did it. You have your own brain. You went back and did it yourself. Period. So I feel like it was like not cool to be like, oh, what production made me do it? Nobody had a gun to your head, Black. Nobody had a gun to your head and made you go do that. And who are you to tell who is boring? Like, I mean, like, my crowd is not your crowd, and I'm okay with that. And it's not me being shady, but I don't want that. If the type of crowd is gonna follow me who is fighting and all that shit, don't follow me. That ain't me. Cause y'all don't come to shit, y'all don't support shit, y'all ain't buying shit. I'm not a club hopper, so I don't do club appearances. I like to be booked and like going to book tours, the panels. I want them type of people to follow me because they will spend money. I don't want the ratchet gays. I'm not 21. I'm not 20. I'm not judging it, because I was once that person who thought like that, who was like young, having fun, like ratchet ass shit. I'm 30 now. Like, I don't see the point of doing that, and let things fester naturally. And as you could tell, the fans could tell that was forced. Like, it just seems like,
Hello, Quan.
Hi, hi. I won't be on long.
You lucky at the gym.
I am. I am.
but this is how I feel about it. That's not cool. Um, and and I feel like this. If 5 people out of 4,000 viewers call me boring, I can really give two fucks.
Pretty
Absolutely,
much.
I agree.
I'll be boring with
Quan, how?
with money in my bank account and a roof over my head. I'll be boring.
Period.
Hello, hello. How do you feel about
I'll
last
be
night,
all the
Quan?
word boring.
What, last night's episode?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. Like I said last night, I wish we could have had a little bit more conversation. That way, it would have painted a picture, a better picture, I think, in certain circumstances, especially with the whole Snake Gate situation. Um, but yeah, I mean, I understand we had to work with what we had. But other than that, I thought the episode was very great. Um, I watched it for a second time today, actually. So I think I caught the things that you were talking about, Brandon, a little bit of small things. And I was just like, oh, wow. I didn't even notice that until I actually played it back. Like the part of black shirt and then his hair was blending in with that. So I was just like, oh, crap. So, but I thought only Green picked that up, but I didn't know anything else would take on the background. Hi,
Okay.
Amanda. But yeah, the episode last night was great. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it.
Well, Carl, I was just speaking with Carl, trying to get him into the lab, and he said, "Okay." I haven't seen him since then.
Did you send him the link?
Mm-hmm. He was look. That's what he was responding to, and he said, "Okay."
Mhm.
Well, Brandon, how do you
I'll
feel
even send it to him.
about production being thrown under the bus?
Yeah, because I'm tired of people using production as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Is that cool to you, in your opinion?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Quan. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't agree with it, and I definitely don't agree with it in this situation because of how it was said. But Black said he didn't want to speak on it yet, so whatever. But like I said, production did not ask Black to do that.
I'm tired of people using production for every guy. Production. Like, child, come on. Say what you say, mean
But
what you say,
it
man up
is.
to what you say.
I understand the concept of saying production told you to do it because it's an easy cop out in that moment. Because they're not going to be like, production told me to do something. We're not going to step in front of the camera and be like, no, we didn't. We didn't say that. Like, we're not going to break that wall.
Right.
But
Yeah,
which the wall shouldn't be broken anyway.
Right.
But in that moment, when you don't want to be looked at as the person who did something wrong, it's the easy way to go and say production said to do it or production did it.
I agree.
Just man
But
up.
yeah,
Man
they
up.
have to stop using production as a scapegoat. I really do think that.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Or going forward, production just don't discuss anything else. That's why I kind of separated myself from, even though we're all, I guess, outside of the filming, we're all kind of cool. Just have to learn how to separate that part.
I agree. People need to know how to be honest with you, because I only talk to EP when it's dealing with the show. I don't deal with EP like, hey, let's hang out, let's have cocktails, let's kiki. Like I can't speak for anybody else, but that's just me. And I think some people may
Uh-huh.
have a closeness to EP or to production team more than others. But for me, I speak to EP and the production just for the show. Period.
Likewise here. And I
Right.
feel like it, but do you blame production and cast members who are friends with production? Should they
I
be?
mean, I don't blame it. I think it's kind of what Quan said. People have to be able to separate the two. You have to separate that if you're friends with production, the production team, then okay, that's cool. But when it's time to do what we're doing for Set It Off, then you need to separate that from whatever personal friendship that you may have. Period. And if you don't know how to do that, then you need to reevaluate yourself, because that's just a part of life. You can't be fraternizing or hanging out with who, and then when you bring it's time to work, then you bring what you happen personal into the job. You can't do that. And if you can't separate it, then maybe you need to find some other avenue.
I agree.
Do any of you in the comments, do any of you have any questions or anything? I will say myself, this episode here seems like it has caused in my opinion, a a staleness in everyone's emotions.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Everybody seems very uh about the whole situation.
Um, I think for me, I mean I'm over it now, but when you have to relive something that happened, your emotions kind of the when I did my confessions about it, I relived it all over again. So now I'm cool with it. Like I'm cool with Black now. I'm still looking at him like, just hey, side eyed, but I'm not in the moment that I was when it happened and when I did read it, had to do my confessionals. I'm cool with it now, but it's just still like I'm still looking at him sideways. Like it's going to be hard for me. It's hard for me to open up back up to him, and trying to get to know him again. So not saying that I won't do it, but I'm very cautious about it.
I didn't
Right.
treat people accordingly. Like you just want to be in my personal space like that.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Like you won't never be somewhere that's Rodney's personal space
Hmm.
because I don't know if you there for me or if you there for your own motives, and I don't roll like that. Like I said in my confessionals, it's hard to trust people, and not
Especially in our community.
yeah, and not saying that we need to be like besties, but
Mm-mm.
god damn it, if there's no cameras rolling, why the fuck are you still acting like we rolling cameras?
Right. That means to me, I feel like that means you're on 1,000 all the time, and I'm not on 1,000 all the time. I'm not. I'm not on. And the whole boring thing is like, for me, I said this earlier. For me, if I'm giving you all of who I am in the first season, there is nothing left for the seasons to come. I'm giving you the turn up turns 1,000 at a 1,000 all every episode. Then I'm not. I have to give you a little bit at a time, and yeah, I'm sure Rodney can probably agree with this. I have to give you a little bit at a time. I can't give you all of who
Yeah.
I who I am at. And we only in episode 5. Like, am I supposed to be turned up and twerking and like going? Oh no, no. You'll see turned up. You'll see a different side of Terrence. Like, just you gotta hold your britches. Everybody wants stuff so microwavable. Every life is not a microwavable situation. Y'all make it that way. Sometimes you gotta marinate. You gotta thaw the shit out. You gotta marinate the shit. You gotta cook the shit. You gotta bake the shit, and then it's come out and it's edible. Y'all want this microwavable type stuff, and then at the end of the day, it's still cold and it's still frozen in the middle. And then what? And then what? Then you gotta go back to square one. No, I'm not about that life.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, Terrence. Who put this comment up? Who is Spencer Whitelow? Put him up real quick. You don't tell me what to charge for my product, sweetheart. If it's too much for you, you don't buy it.
Oh
Period.
my, that was
You are
bold.
not gonna come on here and tell me how to. Who? This is what's wrong with people, and this what's wrong with damn black broke people. And I'm gonna say that y'all broke ass is too damn cheap to support shit, but you go buy white folks shoes like no fucking issue. Bitch, don't buy my book. I don't need you to buy my book. You one person. Next,
Rodney, Rodney,
next.
Rodney.
No, that
No,
piss
no,
me off.
no, 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 no. I'm not saying. Listen, listen, listen,
Ooh,
Do not come
listen,
trying to be cute. This because I am not the one.
listen.
wow.
Do not do that to me. I don't know what the fuck you got going on, what the fuck you're doing, but you're not gonna disrespect my
That
work.
was very
I
bold.
work hard,
Wow.
bitch. You don't know my story, ho. You don't know my story. You don't pay my bills. So bitch, don't buy it. How about that?
Woo. I'm gonna just say this real quick. D. I understand that you think black didn't mean no harm, but you have to understand you what happens is that if you don't know somebody's triggers, you can't do certain things. I understand you think he didn't mean any harm, but the fact is, again, it's not the recording. I could care less about the recording. It's the fact that he recorded in my home. I went through experience in a past relationship where I was being disrespected in my relationship and in my home, my last home. I vowed that I would never allow anybody or anything disrespect me in my new home. So the fact that he decided to record in my new home, that's the part that I was pissed about. I could care shit less about what was recorded. So if you got to understand somebody's triggers, and if you don't understand it, then you're gonna get what I gave,
You can
probably times 1,000. Just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, can I talk?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
I was trying to make my dinner, and I said I'd get on, but I see it's a lot of hostility and anger um being presented. I'm going to say this. When it came to the incident, because I saw someone in the comments said that they wanted to know how did I feel. My biggest problem with the actual incident was the fact that we all had a conversation after production left, and it was consensually decided upon that we would have fun. And what it's almost like what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's kind of the agreement that we had. So it was agreed upon by everybody in the room that we would just have fun, because what people have to understand is even though you do a reality show, it's just like being in a relationship. There's still pieces of you that you have to reserve for yourself.
Mhm.
Even in a relationship, when you want to give somebody all of you, you still have to reserve some of you for yourself. So I cannot give you, I'm dropping salad out my mouth, Lord Jesus, hold on. I cannot give you my entire reality. And as Terrence said, you guys have to be mindful of the fact that we were looking to do this 4 or 5 seasons in. So I can't give you everything that I do in season one, because
Exactly.
where does my growth come from? Then now I am fabricating situations, trying to make myself look grander instead of just rationing out who I am to you. So again, when it comes to set it off, it's somewhat like being in a new relationship. When you start dating someone, you give them pieces of you, enough for them to be interested in you so they could want to continue to date you. And as you continue to go along, you start to edge out more. And that's how the relationships begin to flourish, nourish, and grow. So I just think that people have become so conditioned with reality, with YouTube reality series, that they want the belligerent drama. They want those situations, even though they might say to us, "Oh no, we don't want that. We don't want it." They all want it to some degree. Now, excuse me, as it pertains to me, I will never, and I mean never, and they said never say the word never, but I will never give you guys drama. I will never be on TV arguing with anyone. I will never be fussing or fighting. Again, if you don't know, I am 49. I am walking right here with a grown ass son who is 29, two smaller kids, and two grandkids. So, what would I look like being on a national platform? And I say national because you don't know who's watching and where they're watching from. What would I look like on that platform, running around here arguing and cussing and fighting? That's belligerent and ignorant, and I'm far beyond ignorance. Now, what I was trying to say to you, Rodney, is I do understand that you get upset, when people try to attack you because they don't know your story. But you don't give them, and I'm always speaking to y'all about energy. You don't give those situations that energy because it's not deserving of your energy. You just keep doing what you do because you got to remember the devil is going to always try to attack you when you're doing something good.
I just, I try to be a bigger person. Well, don't come on here where I can see. Now, I can clearly see what the fuck you saying. It's different when coming on a YouTube show and you talking little shit. I can take, but you're not disrespect me in my face. I would
But
never.
do you know this individual?
I don't give a damn.
No,
You know.
I'm asking. Do you don't know him, right?
Uh-uh.
So you don't know how well off they are or what they got going on in their life. So just let them be. Let you put yourself out there for people to judge you good or bad. So let them feel how they feel because you just told me today somebody bought 10 copies of your book.
I don't mind you judging me on the YouTube show that is already pre-filmed. This is live. What you not gonna do is come on here and try to read my shit. Read me personally. You call me ugly, all that shit, but you're not gonna read my product. You're not. You just not. You're not. You're not. You're not.
Baby, coming from a business from one brand owner, I said brand owner because we both have brands, to another. I told you how it made me feel when it was mentioned that I had canned sodas. I felt disrespected, but then at the end of the day, I understood my brand is way bigger than that argument.
That's true.
So I won't put myself in that situation because the light that you have will continue to shine. Don't let somebody come in and try to dim your light with something negative. You write another book, bitch. That's what you do. Write another. No, I'm just saying that fuel that fire. Fuel that fire with that. That's it.
Okay, August with the shade.
Enrique, you always speaking. I tell you.
Right.
Because I'm a very rational person and I've lived so much of life and I've seen so many things and had so many conversations with people that when I get to the core of it, what does it really matter that someone, like you just said, for the 5 people that said we're boring, it's 40 that said we're not. It's the same thing about your book. For the one person that said your book was overpriced for the amount of pages, you got somebody who just bought 10 copies. That's my point. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can address it, but don't let it get you heated. Just say thank you, baby, for your comment. Thank you, however it goes.
Right.
But you never let a bitch see you sweat. You never let a bitch know they can get under your skin because what they're gonna do is continue to use that to get under your skin.
I agree. There's a lot. I've seen a lot of comments about me. They don't, somebody commented about me today and they brought up my ex in the comment. I was like, oh, you've been watching me that long?
Yeah, all right. You know
Because
what?
I ain't been in my relationship in 2 years. And you've been watching me that long? Okay, well, keep watching me.
Look, you know what Erica Badu say? I'm sensitive about my shit.
I get it,
I get
Rodney.
it. I
I
get it.
get it.
I get it because that's your craft. I get it. That's your
Exactly.
brand. I get it. I always say to myself, you can talk about me, you can talk about my mama because I know who my mama is, but when you come from my craft, that's a different story. So I get what you're saying, but I also get what Enrique's saying at the same
Yeah,
time.
but I
Sometimes
can.
you gotta let the water just run off your back. Like seriously. You do. Cause especially on now that we're on a reality series, we're gonna get shit thrown at us every which way. And if we can't handle the little shit, we ain't gonna be able to handle the big shit. So
You,
I get
I
what you're
feel,
saying.
you know why I spun like I did? Because if a person that bold to walk up to me,
That was bold as shit. I will
you're
say
you're gonna get what the fuck you're
that
gonna
was
get
bold.
for. You
Oh,
get on
now
right.
walking up to you is different. Now you can't come in my face.
Right.
You can talk what you want to.
Oh yeah,
Because
walking up to me. Oh yeah, that's yeah. You gonna catch some shit walking up to me.
now you're now in my personal space. So you actually are asking for this. So I'm
Yeah.
going to give you what you're asking for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's an audio version out too. That just dropped 2 months ago.
Well, it's only 26 pages, girl. So I'm, I'm just,
Look. The audio version 30 minutes, so I'm pretty sure they'd be happy with that.
I'm with Enrique. Just drop another book, girl. Just drop another book. Let them hoes
you know,
be
what
mad
beyond
even
that is,
harder.
the best revenge is your paper.
And the book sales are going up. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
That's all that matters.
That's it.
Halle halitosis, hallelujah.
That's it.
That's all that matters.
That's all
Well,
that
I'm
matters.
going to say this to the people who are watching and commenting. And I want you guys to be very honest, very blunt, very upfront. Being as though you guys are watching the pilot season, going into our next season, you guys know that we're casting. What is it that you would like to see added to the show? What is it that you want to see taken away from the show? What is it that you think we can improve on? And what is it that you actually like about the show? That's four questions. It's loaded.
That's homework, child.
But that's something you need to know. And I think that that's something that most reality shows don't put out there.
Right.
And that's the businessman in me. It's like having a comment card at my restaurant. I would like to know
Hmm.
what can I improve on. I would like to know what do you like? What should we keep? And that's how you get what you want when you're open and honest about what it is that you want.
Hmm.
Because again, we said it all was set to be a different type of show. It was set to be a positive show to show working LGBTQIA plus. And when I say plus, I'm talking about the other people, not just the plus in the community, heterosexuals as well. People of all walks of life. Y'all got static coming through my teeth. Hold on, bitch. I'm trying to talk and eat.
That's you.
People,
Y'all seeing the real Enrique right now?
bitch, you can come to the restaurant and see the real me. Come on, the old school flavor. You can see the real me. You're gonna see. I'm gonna act the same exact way.
Right.
But I feel that the group that we have right now is a good group, but I want some more diversity so we can have a great group.
Right.
Hello.
If that makes sense.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because levels need to be shown going into season two. We've given you the basics on season one.
Right. I love that. We gave you the basics. I
Right.
love it. I love it.
We set you up to let you know what's about. Because I promise you, next season, y'all in for a treat when it comes to me. Because I was
Me
never
too,
supposed.
baby.
I wasn't supposed to be a cast member, so I watered down who I am and what I do. But going into next season, you'll get to get more inside of who I am, and I have nothing to hide because I fear nothing. And any mistakes I've made, anybody I've fucked, anybody I flirted with, I'm gonna make sure I put that out there. Don't come on here trying to come for me because I own up to what I've done.
Hmm.
And I'm very honest and real about who the hell I am. That's why I decided to do reality TV because my reality is real.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to that's why I was trying to convey to Black, like, girl, I'm not putting on for the camera. This is truly who I am. I'm not putting on a different side. It's not like this is Rodney. Like you can get real emotions when I get pissed off. When I'm pissed, when I'm happy. You're gonna know all of that. I like to have fun. Like I'm the friend that you want to bring around and turn up on. You're having a bad day, your man pissed you off. Fuck that man, bitch. Let's get another one, ho. That's the type of friend I am. And
Yeah, because look, and I can tell y'all, he's telling y'all the truth because me and Rodney argue all the time about me and my husband, all the time. We argue
Not
all,
arguing.
but no, it's just our friendly debate.
yeah, we just have friendly debates. But like I just like to live life. So yeah.
We can tell you happy when your cheeks turn pink.
So Rodney, you know what I think the people wanted to see? I think they wanted us to see like go off on Black and like try to fight him. I think that's what they wanted. I think that's what they wanted from us. The typical shit.
D said they can only get him so many words. I know, D.
The
I know.
typical shit. But we were mature adults and handled the situation.
But see, the thing is with me, I can tell you when you're wrong and still tell you what I like about you. So
Absolutely.
I don't have to read you down. I don't even read you. I don't have to correct you and still not negate what I liked about you.
Right. Right.
And I feel like this, if I cannot correct you or I can't be corrected, Why are we even on the same show? I gotta fight.
Exactly.
Are you trying to correct me? I mean, are you really mature? Does that make sense?
Right.
Because I'm correcting you, and you know you was wrong, and I
Right.
and I and I and I'm supposed to be scared to say something. That's not me. That's so not me. You know, so and I can be corrected when I'm wrong. I don't mind somebody saying, right, that's some fucked up shit you did. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely. You
Like,
should be able to do that.
shit. I may
August with the shade. There's casting on December the 12th. Go to Pop Up Productions ATL on Instagram so you can get the information.
August, you must be
Yeah,
a
it's
professor.
at the bottom of the screen right now. It's saying click the link in the bio on Instagram for application submissions, auditions on December 12th. So when you go to the Pop Up Productions page
Right.
in the bio, there's a link. When you click on that link, it'll take you to where you can submit. It'll also have all the episodes of the show there as well. But you click that link, it's a very short process, just asking for your name, phone number, birthday, and all that kind of stuff, and you'll be set up. The auditions are December 12th.
EP, are they virtual auditions or are they in person?
Both.
We are doing both.
Oh, okay.
But anybody that's serious and can get to the audition, I advise you to go because I can see your personality
Absolutely.
more in person than I can on the virtual.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, Brandon,
D said, what about
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Talid joining the show? Who's Talid?
Tell
Tell
it.
it. So Tell it is one of the guys who are in the song with Carl and Bus Clown. He's the other guy.
Oh, that was
That
okay.
who
That was on that.
over
Okay.
Terrence house
Gotcha.
with Carl that time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. I remember him.
Tell it was actually a part of Set It Off before we got to this point.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So, Brandon, excuse me. How do you feel? And I think y'all answered this already. You answered this already, but like I said, I was making dinner. How do you feel when they throw up production? When they continuously try to throw you under the bus? How do you feel about that?
I did speak on this earlier. I feel like it's a cop out or you're using production as a scapegoat because, like numerous people have said, everyone is an adult. If you are having a conversation with production or with anyone in general, if you choose to do an action, you chose to do that. You can't say like how I don't know how to I don't know how to break it down anymore. But if I was having a conversation with Black and I said Black the show was boring, I said to Black the show was boring. But I didn't by saying the show is boring. I didn't ask you to do something to spice up the show, or I didn't directly ask you to do a recording to spice up. Does that make sense? So when
Mhm.
it was brought up that production said we were born. Okay, I could get with that. But then when you make it seem like production asked you to do this to spark this drama is what I don't like. But you shouldn't bring up production at all anyway, because at the end of the day, the show is about y'all and y'all's interactions with each other. If you did something, just man up. I did it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what led you to get to the point of feeling like you should do it, because that doesn't change the fact that you did it.
Well, being an actor and watching certain things and understanding things, if you know how the reality series work anyway, Real Housewives or whatever, production is responsible for most of the information that the cast members get because the cast members are the talent. They're
Hmm.
there. They're there to just do their job. And as the talent, the producer is supposed to provide you with certain things that you need because we're not probing. We're not probing to find things. We're just living our lives. But production is actually looking for things to put out there, because some things are omitted by the cast because they don't see it. Now,
Hmm.
when you think about a show and you think about the words, I'm trying to eat, drink. Hold on, y'all. got salad in my teeth. But when you think about production, production is responsible for producing quality television, a quality stage play, whatever they're producing, whatever you get produced. Production is responsible for producing the quality of that. So if I'm on production and I quote unquote allude to you doing something or send you something, Again, it's up to you to decide whether you want to utilize that or whether you say, "Hey, I'm just saying clear that." But I don't like, and I'm not just speaking on black. I'm just saying in general. I don't like when anybody says production. Production. That's anybody. Stop saying production because you make the last call. Nobody's gonna say you getting fired from a free show because you didn't do it. You can't get fired when you're not getting paid. So it, it's just you. My biggest thing that I want out of all of these reality shows, and again, I am literally probably one of the oldest cast members on any show.
How old is old dude from G Status?
How old is who?
What's his name from G? I
Akeem.
can't.
Okay, Akeem is I think between 42 and 43. Remember, I told you I raised Akeem. When Akeem came out of this lifestyle, I raised, and that's why I fuss at him so much about things he does. He's in his 40s, but I raised him as well. So that's why I said I'm probably the oldest cast member on any show when it comes to reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted, and the reason why I didn't choose other entities because it was presented to me before to be on other shows. The reason why I didn't do other entities was because I told them I don't do drama and I don't do mess. And I do feel like the positive message needs to be put out because we suffer through so much negativity in the world as it is. Being gay, being black, that's already two negatives. That's already two things that we're battling with because when you want to look at when you break it down, regardless of who wants to say anything, if there is an African American person on this um, live watching or watching the show that we put out, they're just as wrong as they want to say we are because it's a perpetuated mindset and it's things that we continue to do throughout generations. And that's why most people get on here and try to tear you down because they're afraid to take that chance to try to do something good because they afraid of failure. Whereas we put ourselves out there to fail, and God willing, we're successful. But once you put yourself out there, again, you're subjecting yourself to the ridicule, to the judgment, to the praises. You can't take the good if you ain't taking the bad. As many people that love you, it's gonna be most that don't like you and some that can't stand you, but they can never tell you why. They'll never be able to tell you why. But when you get to the core of it, it's because of something about you that they fear in themselves, or something about you that they're afraid to let out in themselves. It's something about you that you are able to do that they can't do, or don't they've decided not to do. So they come at you in a way to tear you down because somebody tore them down. So when it's all said and done, anybody that's watching this live right now, anybody that goes back and watch this, I want you to understand that we know drama sales. Well, I know drama sales. I'm speaking for myself. I know drama sales. I know it's all about numbers. I get that. But when are we going to get ourselves together to build numbers and strength and not try to create weaknesses for other people or tear other people down? Because it can happen. We just have to band together, and we always think it's separation because we always feel like we have to say things in a negative way so that people can say, "Yeah, I get that," or they can jump on your bandwagon. When are we going to uplift each other, encourage each other? When are we going to tell our friends, "Go watch this show"? When are we going to tell our friends to audition for this show? If there's a story you got to tell, we got auditions. Come to the audition. If you feel like we're boring, if you feel like you can bring more, by all means, audition. Because I welcome you with open arms. And I'm Papa Smurf to everybody. And I'm that person because of what I'm speaking now. I welcome you with open arms. But I'll say this about the individuals that are on the show now. We all about a grind. We're all trying to make sure that we make it. We're all trying to make sure that we're successful. And in the process of doing that, we want to show you our journey because it may lessen the load for you.
Mm.
And I'm done.
And I just want to say this to Pop Smurf. This stuff is not easy. Like putting your life out there for people to judge is not easy. Like with me sharing my family, my Mississippi family, like my mom and
Come on,
dad,
Benny.
like that was not an easy decision for me because that's my personal life. And somebody came and said something about mama, and I probably went the fuck off because that's my mama. So you got to think about this. So when you're sharing things to the public, be grateful that I even give you that. I'm showing that part of me that I want to share. That makes sense. So when someone is, I'm not saying you gotta like everything someone does because it's not how the world works. But when you're just coming on just to be nasty, like it's okay to I don't like Rodney, and that's okay. But coming on there trying to tear somebody down just because you behind a computer screen, like that doesn't make any sense to me. And when anyone do it LTV, it's not easy trying to share your life and share your journey because you don't know how it's gonna be portrayed to the viewers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I will advise them to come over here. Make sure you go see a psychiatrist and make sure you're mentally prepared
Yes.
because this is not easy.
It's not easy, but again, Rodney, it's something you signed on for. Like you're not new to reality TV as far as knowing what it exists of. You're new to reality TV knowing what not well now knowing what all it takes to put your reality in front of a camera. But as I always tell y'all, if you just stay true and stay real with the reality, and you do not have to give us all of you. Reserve some of that. Keep some of that. The purpose of you coming on the show was to build your brand as a media personality as well as a book writer, Lord Jesus, an author.
Come on, book writer.
Right. Focus on that. Don't let these people bring you out of who you are. That's why I told your ass stop reading those comments. Stop reading because you have a purpose. Walk in that purpose, like right. Walk in that purpose.
It's the walk in the purpose for me.
I mean,
It's
or
a
skip,
light bright for
look,
me.
or skip or Vogue.
Oh, you said or Vogue.
But I'm gonna say next week's gonna be fun. I think y'all gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be humor. It's gonna be very much trip. It's gonna be
I'm just gonna be looking side eye for whoever the new people are. Like, who this
fun.
bitch?
We taking a trip next season, y'all. And
Yes.
and
Yes.
I want some of our viewers to go on this trip. We're gonna leave from Atlanta and travel to Decatur. So anybody wants to come to Decatur on this trip?
Wait, hold on, Amanda. I wasn't directing that towards you.
I can't with you. Not travel to Decatur. I can't. I
but
cannot.
but what I'm trying to say is that I want to take a trip to Yellowstone Park. I never been, and I want to carry the cast there.
To where?
Yeah,
Hold on, sir. You paying for
I
this
want
thing?
to go camping. Like I want to have a whole camp.
Bitch,
I
I
still
thought that
didn't hear
was
what you
about 3
said.
months camping.
Can y'all hear me?
I can now, but we were talking at the same time. Well, you want to go where?
I want to go to Yellowstone Park. I never been. I think that'd be so cute.
He wants to take a
Okay.
camp.
I want to take a camping trip to Yellowstone Park.
Child, we
Okay.
don't know where he is. We don't know.
I think we should rent an RV and just take a whole big trip.
I think that'd be really cute.
They want to see some. They want to see some entertainment. Yeah, that RV is going to be definitely entertaining for sure. All these personalities. Shoot.
Cause y'all got to think that we've been
Sure.
doing this for 3 years, and if I can think of myself, I didn't much think it should go come out when this is come out. So like for it to come out and seeing that it's being well received and seeing, and let me say this too, because I have to. This is on my when when you watch on the what is it, the Come Up Atlanta, they're
On
very
the way up. There's on the way up. There's to come up.
not on the way up. It's to come up the people, the younger kids, like the 20.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's not our demographic, you guys. So if you're watching the Come Up Atlanta and trying to watch Set It Off, you would be disappointed because we're nothing like them. We're nothing like them. We're not going to be fighting and throwing chairs and talking about beating up bitches on site and messing with people property because we're too old for that. We are more mature, proud, and I'm okay with saying we're mature. And that
Hey,
like
stop.
you have to grow up in life. I'm not the same 21-year-old Rodney. I'm 30. That we're two different people. There's so many life experience you're gonna have. And I promise you, the people who you see right now that's on the way up, that's fighting throwing chairs, I hope and pray the same person at 35 and 36.
Ryan, you have a question.
Hold on.
You see it?
Rodney, last episode, walking out, if you had to relive that moment, yes, I would have because I was pissed. I
No,
don't.
bitch, you were beyond pissed. You were burning.
I don't like that, and for it to come from Black, that's why y'all don't understand. Like it came from Black of all people. I would have never thought that Black done that. Even when it came out, y'all, we were so guessing. Like who the fuck recorded? I said a whole nother name because I just did not have thought that that was Black doing that. Because for me, I feel like Black have so much to show. He has so much of an amazing story that can come out and be seen and lift and inspires people. You chose to do that. It just it just didn't make any sense to me. And for me, and I guess it's my fault for putting so much onto a person that haven't even earned that trust from me. And I can blame myself. But like I said, once I see who you are, I'm not gonna be like that with you no more. I'm not gonna be in my space where you can feel like you can record me. Cause if you're gonna do that for this, like Nick said, this shit is very much free 99. Now, it's a very much a good investment in your brand, but it's very much free 99. What in the world would you do if we were getting $1? You get what I'm saying? Like, would you go and pull court records on a bitch and try to, like, go and do a credit check? Like, I don't know what you would do. And that type of person, I don't want to be around that. That's not enticing to me.
I get it. So I guess for me, and again, it may be because of everything that I've been through and the support system that I have. I never turn my back on people that are in those positions because I feel that that's when God has called the need for me to be in their lives to kind of help guide them. Um, as I said on the individually, as I said on the end, I'm looking at the questions too. Yeah, I'm looking at my TV and my phone because I got it on the TV. But as I said in the individual situation, I lost my damn train of thought. So what were we talking about?
How you
Black.
Oh,
feel about
about
the
what Black
recording?
did.
Oh, okay, no, not recording. Just no. I was saying that I think that everyone has a purpose, and sometimes you lose sight of that purpose, and it causes you to do some extras. It causes you to step outside of who you are, so to speak. Now, I was speaking about Norris, and I'll say his name. I was speaking about Norris. When Norris, Terrence, Rodney, and myself had the conversation at the restaurant, if you haven't watched the individual episode that they released on the conversation, you have to go back and watch that to understand what I'm about to say. I said I don't turn my back on anybody, and I try to help everybody. When Norris said that he wanted to do what he said he wanted to do, again, go watch the episode. I was gung ho about helping him. I was gung ho about rallying with him. Like I was going to be his hype man. I was going to be there for him. I changed that position because he started to come at me in a negative way with his confessionals. And what you guys don't know is that Norris and I never had problems prior to him having his confessionals and trying to tear me down. And that in itself just rubbed me the wrong way to say, well, hey, as I've said, God brings people in your life for a reason. And maybe he brought Norris in my life for me to be able to say, I can't trust everybody off the bat. I can't just be there for everybody because I am Papa Smurf. So I am that person that is loving, giving, caring, and willing to nurture anything that you want to do. But when it came to him and the way he attacked me or attacked my restaurant or tried to, I should say, it was like, oh, but you were ringing my phone trying to, and we were going to, I'm good. I'm good. So, excuse me, be mindful of the energy that you put out because you're going to get that energy reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's reciprocated to you, you can't be offended and or mad about it because you put that energy out there.
And that's what I don't like. I agree with that. If you're gonna be that person, on your shit. Do not cop out and then get mad because you don't like how you're being perceived. Received by a group of people because you put that out there. I would never get mad about something I did. You know what I mean? Like nobody, like I said, nobody's making you do anything on this show. You're doing it on your own merits and with so like it doesn't make wits. I'm sorry, wits. It doesn't make any sense for you to play this kid. Not, I ain't gonna say play probably who you truly are. And now that you were received, like, you're here.
I don't think, but to me, I don't think that Black is a messy person. Just like
No,
I don't think that Norris is messy. I think that it is a finding of oneself that they're still lacking. And I've mentioned this to all of you guys several times before. Um, Norris kind of just jumps around. Oh, you doing this? I'm gonna do this too. Oh, you doing? Oh, I'm gonna do that too. He has to find himself. He has to center
I,
him to know who the hell Norris is.
I can't agree with that because if anyone, and this just me come from life experiences, and fully, I'm sorry, let me
Felix, you
feel
gotta
it.
watch the episodes to come.
Yeah, like
Just keep
yeah,
watching the episodes.
keep watching.
You'll see.
But if a person can do that, right, and do something like, what would they not do? I just, I'm not saying I can't be around you and I can't like, because this is a business and we own the same show, but you won't ever just be in my personal space. You won't know my personal business. You won't know none of that because I already see how you move when you trying to do something.
I agree with Enrique. I don't think Black is a messy person, but this situation made me look at him a different way. And it also kind of piggybacking off of what Enrique said about, I'll say his name too, Norris. Sometimes people come to your life to make sure that, hey, still keep your, don't take your blinders off. Still, make sure that you are focused. Make sure you keep your observer who are around you. Like you gotta stay people within in this perimeter to make sure that nobody's trying to fuck up your aura, or be in your personal space, try to come at you on, a personal level, like Rodney said, what you gonna do now? Try to pull my credit report or some stuff like that. But I don't think he's messy, but I am now looking at him a different way than what I did before.
Okay, so I agree. The answer,
Where is Black tonight? We have no idea where he is, Brandy.
we all got the link to go live. Now I haven't spoken to him. I ain't spoken to Black since 2 weeks ago, last Saturday, I think. Can't remember. But the one thing I want you both to understand, and Terrence, I know you're a little bit older, so you may get it or may have heard it before. And Brandon and Rodney, I want y'all to understand. The one thing my daddy taught me, and that is the Bishop Gregory Fan Sr. The one thing he taught me, but two things he taught me. One is that your life is not your own. It's the testimony for somebody else to be great. Just like somebody else's life was a testimony for you to be great. So
Right.
when things happen, you have to kind of understand the totality of it all so that you can just walk through. It may not make sense to you, but you can just walk through it. The other thing is, out of all the angels in heaven, Satan was the prettiest, the most sought after, the most godliest, the most, he was the world renowned, I would say, for lack of a better term, person or being that everybody wants to be around. So knowing that after Satan was casted out, he became the devil, so on and so to speak. You have to understand that sometimes people in your life are wrapped up in a pretty little package. Nice little bow. Nice little bow. But once you open that gift,
Big old nice bow.
it could be a gag gift. It could be something you really don't want. So you have to be
Careful
mindful.
what you wish for, ask for.
You got to be mindful of the people you allow in your station, in your space, because
Yeah.
it happens. But I again, to me, I don't think that Black was being messy intentionally. I really honestly feel, because we've had a heart to heart about it,
I think
that
it's
he.
been intentionally. I'm sorry. I can't, just with me going through therapy, with me just emotional with my life personally and what I contribute to people. it would be contributed to me. Everyone has a choice. And it's no way in the world that you thought that doing that was okay to me. I can't make a pass for that. Because if I could, me and Black would be way closer to what we are now. Like and like I said, I'm not saying Black is a evil person. I just don't trust him. And I feel like you have the right to protect your peace, regardless of if everybody can say, well, I'm still gonna be with y'all. I feel like every individual had a right to how they want to protect their peace.
Of course, that's your constitutional right.
I think the thing that what Black did, I know he thought probably that we were going to think it was funny and laugh it off. But again, if you don't know people's triggers, you're going to see a different side than what you thought was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the situation. That's the situation with what he did. The outcome was not nowhere near what he thought was going to be because one, Rodney felt some kind of way because he was being recorded without his knowledge and his brand, and I cared less about the recording. It was about the fact that you're disrespecting my home and doing it, and then you don't know my trigger, what I went through in my past. So when you have those two combinations, it's not gonna be a ha ha kiki girl, you funny. It's gonna be like, bitch, what the fuck is your problem?
Okay.
You know, how would you like if I had did this? And you know, so you just don't know people's triggers if you never had a conversation to find out more in depth about somebody's story. So
I get it. But it was something I lost my train of thought again. I don't. Of course, I'm in agreement with everything that both of you are saying because we have, talks outside of this. Hold on, if you all thought alike and act the same, it would be boring. You guys, exactly, Felix. I agree.
Yeah,
but the cast, knowing Black's backstory, and you guys being privileged to just some of it, is where my conclusion comes from. Because as I've told the cast several times, and I'll share with you guys, Black was married for a number of years, and Black had to shield and hide who he really was. So when he came out of that, it's like with any situation I've ever seen with a transsexual, or anyone who was closeted, when they come out of that, they kind of start life over, and it becomes childlike because they're trying to build from a life that they always wanted, and sometimes they're not conscious of those things. And so that's why, Rodney, I say I get what you're saying because we all have freedom of choice, but you got to understand a person's backstory. You got to understand a person's life story to know how they came about and how that. Well, that goes with you. That goes with both of you too. Like but it's a catch-22 because they have to know your situation to know how you're going to react to what they did.
Let me ask you this. So we through North anger for doing something that was public.
We didn't. I never said anything about that.
We threw North through the ringer. So why does Black not get the same treatment?
I never threw Norris to the ringer because of that.
We gonna keep it real. Let's keep it real.
No, I never threw Norris through the ringer because of that. Hold on, Carl, because they want to hear you talk.
I
never threw Norris through the ringer. Remember, my problem with Norris came when he tried to attack me.
Right.
I never passed judgment on him for what he did because, again, you don't know a person's upbringing, and I don't want to say anything wrong because I don't want him trying to kill me. But what if his mother and father taught him to be that way? So that's just who he is, and we're all just coming into the fold of meeting each other. So that could have been the way he was raised. And again, giving my disclaimer, I'm not saying that's what that was, and nor am I pointing fingers at his parents. I'm just giving an example.
Right.
So I never attacked Norris for bringing it. What I said to Norris was, you should have allowed him to do this versus you. It didn't have nothing to do with the fucking us being on camera, none of that. Even if we were just friends sitting around, I would have said the same thing. Let him tell his business. So I'm gonna give you this one last example and I'll be done. And Carl, you can have the floor. When I was growing up, I started doing female impersonation at the age of 15. And y'all see the one night only where I did female impersonation, but I've stopped doing that in 2000. This is my first time doing it. I had stopped doing it in 2000. But long story short is, every time I would meet a guy and I would look like this, somebody would tell that guy, "Oh, well, he a girl. He do drag." That's not up for you to do. That's up for me to say. That's my point, Rodney. Only problem I had with him was, you don't have to show us this. Let Black show us this. Let Black, tell us I'm dating somebody or whatever. That's the only problem I had. So,
But Papa Smurf, you're missing the point. That was public. Black posted that on the public platform. Let's just keep it 100. Now, like I said again, it was messy from his friend doing it, but that was no secret. That was what Black did was
unwarranted.
Unwarranted.
But hold on. I didn't miss the point. I was speaking because you said we crucified Norris. That's what I was responding.
That's what he's making his point on. He was about crucifying Norris.
But I did not crucify Norris because of that. I didn't get into Norris's ass until you started trying to attack my restaurant and my brand, because I never said anything against him. I'd never spoken against Norris before he did that. That was you. So I was just letting I didn't give either one of them a pass. I just didn't judge either one of them. I didn't give them a pass. That's you. That's your person. That's your being. That's how you are.
Like, I see you.
Right. And I roll on. Hey, Carl. Hey, Bunny Pussy.
What's going on? I've been listening to this conversation, and I've been listening because I didn't really know what was going on. But just to add a little insight to what's happening here is that I understand where everybody's coming from, but y'all have to look at the fact that, for one, let's get one thing straight. This is reality TV. And if y'all are wicked for people to know your triggers and know your past, you are already on the wrong you in the wrong line of work. You need to go do a documentary. And I'm just going to keep it real. At the end of the day, when you're on a show, which is reality TV, regardless of what y'all want reality TV what y'all want it to be, we know what it is. So at the end of the day, people are really on people on reality TV to show their work, make moments, and start mess. We gonna call a spade a spade. So at the end of the day, whatever your triggers, you start talking about, oh, he disrespected my home, and oh, he did this. Nobody cares about that. And the only person
but the problem
is
that I care, so it matters to me because it's my reality.
But my thing is that somebody that could be your reality, but your reality. Let me say this in a way that y'all probably might understand it. Reality has no place in reality TV. If that makes any sense, your reality does not have a spot in reality TV. It just don't. And when you signed up to do reality TV, you need to understand that. And if you don't understand that, you need to find something else to do. And that's the reality. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being real. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. And if you think things should be rough, if you think you got friends in this, you already wrong line of work. If people gonna respect your triggers and respect you for one, you in the you're on the wrong line of work. It's just not gonna happen.
You have every right to do what you want to do because it's reality. But I had every right to how I react to your,
which is true, and that's very true. So basically, what everybody gonna see is how that play out. So I'm just want everybody to be aware of it. Just ain't nobody gonna care about that. That's all I'm saying. So if you have, but like I said, just because people don't care about it, you have every right to react how you want to. And people in the audience, they're reacting on you reacting violently. So carry on. That makes the show. If it ain't no drama, don't nobody want to watch it. And that's just been honest. Luckily, this show was marketed the correct way. So I mean, hey, bitches this is, shout out to Brandon, bitch. You did what you need to do when it came to marketing this, bitch. You did what you needed to do. But a lot of people don't know how to do that. Just saying.
I don't get what you're saying, Carl. So you're saying, like, I could get drama. Like, I'm all drama and having misunderstandings. But trying to fight a bitch for talking to you and you don't like how they talking to you, does that really make sense?
Kind of what?
Trying to fight a person? If I'm going to say what you're trying to say, Carl, is that what you're trying to say? People want to see fights and all that stuff?
Carl?
I think he's frozen.
Well, to answer the question for Dr.
There I go.
Burns, thank you so much for enjoying the show for one night only. I enjoy doing one night only.
Re-ask your question, Rodney.
Rodney, ask your question again.
Oh, okay. I was saying, like, I get that you do need some type of conflict, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every show need an antagonist. Every show needs somebody who's gonna be that bitch and gonna go off the handle. But when it comes to a point where I gotta fist put my hands on you, is it that serious? Because it's a lot of shows that I watch right now.
It ain't that
That
serious.
is doing very well. It's on season 15, 16. It has not lifted one finger on someone. So I guess my question is, what it's up to what the audience you want to attract. You
When
got
you're doing
like Bravo franchise, you got people who like Love and Hip Hop franchise. Love and Hip Hop franchise, people might slap a hoe.
right,
Not saying that one audience is better than the other, but I feel like it's spaces for everyone to coexist.
you have when it is when I've learned from.
Oh shit, y'all! I'm sorry, I removed Carl on accident. Hold on.
Oh, you
Ooh.
was
I'm
on
sorry, Carl.
Brandon. You want to get into it with me?
I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, you wanted me off. It's fine. We've been here before. Okay, I kid. But anyway, like when you're looking at reality TV, I've learned from being on reality TV and what I've learned from watching reality TV, you have to figure out what your niche is and make that stick. Like you got somebody like Mimi from Love and Hip Hop, use her as an example. She ain't really did a lot of fighting, but she figured out what her niche was, which was being messy, being in all the drama, doing what she's doing. Yet she didn't really have nothing to really display to anybody, but you have to figure out what your niche is and stick with it. Some bitches, myself, is beat a bitch. And I'm with the beat a bitch gang. Like, bitch, you start disrespecting me, bitch, I'm whooping your ass. I don't give a fuck about this TV because I'm the same person on and off camera. So I don't give a fuck about this camera being here. You disrespect me, bitch, I might just whoop your ass. And that just needs to be known. So at the end of the day, if you're going to come in there like, Norris did, Mr. trying to be the antagonist, be prepared that you might come across me that might snatch you by them goddamn boots. I mean, it just may happen. So at the end of the day, you have to be aware of what you're doing. It's a game. At the end of the day, reality TV is a game. Just because it's YouTube, because you got to realize it is just YouTube. But at the end of the day, we have an audience. People still watch these shows. And you just have to be aware of what place you want to play. Me, I know I have a brand that I want to do. But I have worked whooping a bitch ass into my brand so I don't stop my bag. So at the end of the day, they know that when they get me, they may get good music, a good movie, and an ass whooping. So at the end of the day, you know what you're getting when you get me. If you did not work whooping ass into your brand, then you might need to give whatever your brand represents. Just give that. If people like it, they do. If they don't, they don't. I mean, you might have to realize that reality maybe might not be for you, or they might love the stuff that you bring, and that might work for you. And you can lead with that. Just figure out what your niche is. You don't have to whoop a bitch ass because that's not your brand. Doesn't represent whooping a bitch ass, so you don't have to do that. But you have to be careful with your words because you may say something to set a bitch that will whoop your ass off, and they might whoop your ass on camera.
Let me say this. I'm going to respond to what somebody says to me. And this is me being real. If you talk crazy to me, don't expect me to sit here and just take your crazy talk. Now,
agreed.
If it gets to a point where we got to put hands on each other, I will defend myself.
Period.
Will you be handled accordingly? And I'm leaving it at that.
Period. And there you go. That's all you. And that's your brand. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Like I said, when you step in this realm, just know what you're stepping into. And if you know what you're stepping into, you're fine. Just know that you got to be ready for whatever comes your way, and you got to figure out. This is why I tell everybody I come on reality TV to promote myself. The drama, the fighting, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm really came here to promote my brand. That is it. That's all it's for. So if I have to whoop your ass, I will. But at the end of the day, it's not a requirement. Just watch how you come in. You just got to sit back, watch how things go. And then you just act accordingly. Like, what would be the best move for me to make? Because you got to realize, regardless of what you may feel or what may happen off camera or somebody may didn't see this, you just got to realize, like, bitch, what was filmed? What are the people going to see? So if I react badly, it may just make me look bad. So you just always have to think everything through is what I have learned. Just, you got to think it through. With me, y'all know me, I don't be giving a fuck. I can look bad or good, bitch. I'm whooping somebody's ass, bitch, and you ain't gonna whoop my ass, so I don't care.
Well, Carl, did you watch last night's episode?
I have not watched any episodes. I haven't really been offline for like about a good 2 or 3 weeks. I've been in so much drama for the past 2-3 weeks. I don't know how because I ain't been online, but I have not. I've seen clips of it. So I just got off work, so I was gonna come home and watch it when I got home. But I've seen this first.
You did what?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I can't hear.
I'm dying over here.
Mm,
All right, there I go.
okay. Well, I
Okay, now I
mean,
can hear. What y'all saying?
I think with everyone, I agree with everything that everybody's been saying. I know that it's some very valid points and everything. Maybe it's just me, but that doesn't scream kumbaya. Uh,
Come on,
okay.
Mr. Burns. The name of the show set it off.
Well,
Somebody gonna
well,
have to
Mr.
set this
Burns.
bitch off.
Well, Mr. Burns, I get what you're saying because you're probably correlating the term "set it off" with the movie, which they were robbing banks. But I'm from the country. And where I'm from, when somebody tell us to set something off, that means get it started. Do something. Shake something up. Get something moving.
Period.
So that's where it comes from. Set it off for me. They setting it off. Every single person on this cast, for the most part, is setting something off. They have they have had an idea, put the pen to paper, executed a plan, and have businesses and brands. They set something off. They're setting it off. And in future seasons, we're looking for people to do the same thing to set it off. Because you already got coming up, on the way up, chasing, somebody got to start it.
Come on, Brent. You said that bitch.
Hmm.
Period.
Hmm. All
Brent
I can
saying I'm going back to bed, bitch.
get off the black, but I'm gonna say this. In conclusion, know what your reality
Okay,
is.
TTB, bitch. We here. I got you.
Know what your reality is, and know what you want to present to the public. Because as I said, we are now on a national platform, international at some points. Because I know some people in Africa who've commented on some things. So my thing is just be mindful of what you do and say. And if you think that drugs and or alcohol is going to constrict you or seduce you to do other things, then my advice would be to stay away from that while you're filming because you may do something that you'll ultimately regret. Now, in saying that, well, sir, you're not in Kansas anymore, so that doesn't correlate.
I don't get what he's
That's
saying.
in relation. That's in relation to. That's in relation to.
uh-uh.
Are you being
Brent.
a you? Okay. No, I was just reading the comment. I told you I'm looking at my
I say
TV.
how he throw his own stuff out.
Just the comment
Right,
on my,
that's in relation to what I was saying about where I'm from, set it off. And Mr. Burns, just so you know, I'm not from Kansas. I'm from Chester, Georgia.
no, he's saying
But
that because
anyway,
Dorothy, that's a Wizard of Oz reference, Goofy.
I know, child. And Mr. Burns is probably one of the same people who The Come Up is probably his favorite show. Anyway,
Hey, what we won't do is talk about other shows.
Are we doing that?
We're not gonna do that.
I'm just saying.
But like, but like, but like,
Don't. Hey, I just said
no,
do
I'm
not.
Oh,
come
Do
up.
not
I'm
let
gonna
the person bring you out of your character. You do not want to
I
mention
did not say that. I just want to let you
those shows
know.
have done nothing to you. Those shows have not mentioned you, so don't
You are
mention them.
correct. You are correct.
oh, you talking to Prince?
Okay, like
Oh,
bitch,
okay.
I did not say that.
No, but
What?
I want to say this though. Like
I'm
I
trying to
said,
get here, bitch. Let me finish. Uh,
oh, I,
shit.
you was talking. My bad, Papa.
And thank you, Mama. So, the reason again I came on the show was to show a more positive side. As I said, I'm definitely not perfect. I made a plethora of mistakes and continue to make mistakes day to day. Going through something right now with some mistakes that I've made with some of my gay kids and getting to understand me getting to understand me all over again. But I just know that I chose reality TV because, like Carl and like Taryn, like well, Rodney cannot no, because you reserve some of yourself. But we have nothing to hide. Three of us on here right now are like loud and in living color, and you don't have anything to hide.
Period.
You reserve yourself. But I put myself out there because I wanted people to know my path. I wanted people to understand my journey because it may soften the blow for someone else. So that's why I do what I do, and that's why I do appreciate Carl, even though the bitch knows she got a smart ass mouth like a
That
motherfucker.
part.
Excuse me.
That
Oh, bitch,
part.
you know I've known you for a minute, bitch. You know, and you know I love you down. You already know this, bitch.
I mean,
So
but Carl is Carl. I can give Carl that. Carl is like that in
he is
person.
unapologetically himself, and he is always, bitch. He came to my stage play and was this way,
Period. I'm the same 24/7.
yelling and screaming during the stage play.
Sure was. It was good.
But I say that because some people don't understand their reality and they don't understand what to present to the world and what to reserve. And that's what we have to find that ground, or these people have to find that ground. Stop feeling like it's so important to run to jump in front of a camera just because you think you can do it. It's not as easy as it looks.
It is not.
It is not as easy as it looks. So if you don't have that Teflon skin, if you don't have the focus of an elephant to where you know that whatever it is you want to get done, you get done. This it ain't for you. It ain't for you. Whereas I don't mind. Come out, call me out. Say I text your friend a few years ago and he sent me a naked bitch. I don't care. Cause yeah, it happened. It happened. But you can't come at me. You'll never be able to put something out on me that I ain't put out on myself, or that I'm not gonna walk into and say I did it, because I can chew my food twice right before I swallow. Oh, that didn't sound right.
I want to say this. I want to make sure that. And do you see how some of the girls on Love and Hip Hop, and they were known for fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're peddling over to Zeus Network, doing sit downs, trying to argue with someone, versus on a person on another show who is partnered with brands, who is getting commercial deals, who is on Target commercials. That's what I want. I don't want to be at a sit down on Zeus Network arc with a bitch back and forth trying to fight someone. That's not me. That's just not me. I feel like everyone has know
They be fighting by themselves, child.
how to defend themselves, but I'm not in the business of fighting bitches. Like, I don't see the point. At this age, I don't see the point.
For you to be 30 and for you already had a mindset, that's good. Because a lot of people at 30 don't have that mindset. They still want to beat a bitch that ass.
And you stay where you at. Like,
I'm over 30 and I will beat a bitch ass. What's up? What that mean?
Period.
What
that mean?
Like, what that mean?
Yeah.
We already know about you, Carl. You probably gonna be 50 and still doing the same damn thing.
You damn right.
Child.
Period.
Hold on. D. Rashawn, I'm going back looking at the comments. D. Rashawn, just FYI, Carl, it was an original cast member on season 1. So, and he's a part of the theme song. That's why you see him featured on this actual season. But so he if he decides to come on season 2, that's gonna be up to him, because that's how he is. But yeah.
Carl is the Safari of reality series on YouTube.
I would just come through and say hello, what's up, and give y'all my brand. And if a bitch don't try me, won't be no smoke. Period.
But I can say Carl don't start shit. I will give.
Come on, say that again, Rodney. I don't.
I give Carl that he don't go around trying to pick fights with people.
I've never known him to be that way.
But I will finish it.
The bitch
I will definitely finish it.
The bitch just like to talk mad shit, I promise you. That whole talk mad shit.
Well, that's it. And it's all fun. These here's jokes. That's it. Just jokes. I don't be doing nothing to nobody.
But a lot of people don't know how to handle personalities like Carl. If you've never been around a person that has that kind of personality, then you don't know how to maneuver. And you're gonna take everything so personal. I don't pay Carl no mind. He say what he say. We kiki when I see him.
And he really don't pay me.
And that's it.
That's it.
If you're taking it to heart, child, you gotta learn how to be with different types of people.
But even when we first Carl and Quan was like a really
we was the crew, remember?
We were like we used to have so much fucking fun.
So much.
I'm just like, and it can happen next season. But we used to really have fun,
Rodney had left after that bad built bitch was talking all that goddamn shit, because that's how I got fired fucking with her ass. Because let me tell you what I was about to do. I was about to whoop her motherfucking ass, because what she had was me fucked up. And I said, bitch, I'm beating her. That Kevin girl, bitch, was getting her ass whooped.
Oh, I already know who you're talking about. That's why I said
that was what started a lot of the bullshit. And I'm like, child, I'm like, y'all gonna learn about her soon. I'm like, y'all gonna learn about her. She started a lot of shit. Like, because she had no fucking storyline. She didn't have no fucking life. She had no house or nothing else with her broke ass. Starting all that motherfucking shit, bitch. And that's where things went left at. Now, one thing she want to talk about, she wanted a Shawnee O'Neal a bitch. Like, she wanted to thank you for your services a bitch. I don't need your show, or I don't need you busted ass bitch. I will beat your motherfucking ass. Do not talk to me like that. Like, who you think you is? Like, you holding the show over my head. Like, You don't stop talking to me like that, bitch. I have you removed. Bitch, I will beat your ass and remove myself. Bitch, who you talking to?
Carl.
Carl, that's true. Because even when, like, I never forget, I had a couple people in my inbox like, Roddy, you really speak up. I said, well, I don't know why y'all think that I'm like a scary person because I'm light skinned. I grew up with boys.
That's because I'm light skinned.
I know how to fight. I know how to get it in if I have to. But what I was not gonna do is argue with a bitch who don't even have a platform to argue.
Nothing.
They ain't got shit to lose. You gotta watch out those who ain't got shit to lose.
I left the show and kept on working.
Hello, because the rest of us is actually working. We work when the cameras are not on.
Exactly.
Y'all just having to catch a piece while we're filming. Bitch, we're still working when the camera's not on. That girl, then Brandon gonna record her bad built ass getting out that goddamn car, walking. So I had to let some people go. Had to do some.
I will never forget that.
Big ass up, bitch. Bitch. That shit pissed me off. I said, bitch, I'm gonna beat her ass just for walking on that goddamn camera like that. You bad built bitch. Don't you ever bring your raggedy ass on here talking shit like you doing something. Girl, you ain't have nothing.
Carl, you keep saying she was built bad. No, she was ugly with nappy hair too. Don't forget that part.
Listen, I ain't trying to get everything that she had wrong, but bitch, that was the bulk of it, bitch.
It was like, bitch, pick a battle. Are you gonna be ugly, late, or what you gonna be? Pick a battle.
Yeah, like what you gonna do? And my thing is like, if you can be
huh?
ugly, I have no problem with ugly people. I have no problem with the uglies. My thing is that don't be ugly than your personality just as ugly as you are. That was my issue with her. Like she was literally going around starting shit. Then she would come in your face like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Then the next minute she would another bitch talking about something, I can't stand that raggedy ass bitch. Like, girl, I don't even know you. So why are you doing this why are you being weird to me? That's all I want to know. Like it was just too much. And I was like, girl, I'm gonna be her ass. That was just it. Okay, I don't know.
Okay, well, I've given you bitches too much of my time already. It's time for me. It's time. Yeah, it's time for me to go. You know, my husband went to sleep on me. Y'all know how my night goes, man. My husband have to watch TV and stuff. That's our bonding time with you.
Girl.
Right, Nick, you want to fight? You want to fight?
He know you working, sis.
This ain't working. This a free 99. This a free 99. This ain't working. My marriage comes first. That comes first. And Carl, you know, because you're in love right now, so you know how I go.
Why am I in it?
Because you said period, bitch. Where did Brandon go?
Brandon just said, fuck y'all, bitch. I'm going to sleep.
I'm still did this last night.
He can't be gone because he's the controller of the live.
He did this last night. He went ghost and then.
Where Nora said she quit the show?
Ooh.
Where she at? She don't come on the lives no more.
Look, now I feel like them on Color Purple. Oh shit, gotta go.
Put her on, bitch. Let's talk to her, girl. I miss her. Where she been?
Not where she been.
I miss her.
I mean, she's still around. She be in the comments, comment every now and then.
Come on,
Nora. That bitch won't show her face. She won't say a word.
Black got a show tonight, don't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm beating her best friend ass. I just hope she know.
The light skinned boy?
Her.
Mm-hmm. You beat her? He beat his ass?
No, I'm coming. It's coming soon.
What?
What happened?
Oh, it's a lot that been happening. You know, these shows are all intertwined at this point. Bitches sticking their nose where it don't belong. So I love her, but bitch, her best friend she's cruising for a bruising.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
I ain't got no bail money, Carl.
I don't need it. I'm gonna whoop her ass. I'll be going before the police get there. But she getting her ass whooped, bitch.
Not a beat and go, bitch.
Y'all beat and go, bitch. I'm good for a beat and go, and I'm getting her.
Carl, how to beat bitch in 5 minutes?
Listen, bitch, 5-minute beating, bitch, and I'm out of there, bitch. So I'm letting you know, bitch, I'm getting her. So tell her to run and tell that. Her and her good friend Barry, bitch. I'm getting her too, bitch. It's already been known. So I hope you bitches put your dukes up when I see you, bitch. That's
not put your dukes up.
Put your dukes up, bitch.
Lord.
I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all won't set it off, bitch. I'm gonna set it off on their asses first.
Oh my God.
Now, if y'all want to see that ass whooping, y'all got to tune into another show.
I already know what you're talking about.
I'm getting them hoes because I don't have time. I'm getting all bitches. But y'all not gonna do is disrespect me, bitch, and I don't play that.
I thought he said he wouldn't allow that this season.
Who wouldn't? I don't give a fuck with you. Me whooping a bitch ass. I don't give a fuck about your show or your cameras, bitch. I am whooping a bitch. You ain't got to film it if you don't want to. This ass whooping is for the free 99, bitch. I don't give a fuck who recorded. But just getting that ass whooping has been handed. I don't give a fuck if it's recorded or not.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Bitch, I don't have time. I'm tired of these hoes. But as of right now, everything on Set It Off is real cool. You know, it's real cool over here.
I'm just ready to see the new cast, the new people.
Oh, yeah, y'all not see the new cast? I want who coming in. I might just jump in there, too. Since I got fired the first time, I might come around the second time. Hopefully. You know, I mean, hopefully my contract holds up this time. Because, bitch, Brandon called me on live and he ripped my contract on the thing and said, bitch, and hung up the phone. I said, oh, okay, bitch. I kicked out of better places than this, bitch. That is fine. I'm still beating your homegirl up when I see her, too, bitch. Her bad bill is, and she's still getting it.
I don't know who this person is that you're speaking
Yeah,
of.
you know that girl, her too. She see me at the club, but she ran a little bit. That's fine. I'm gonna find her one day.
Y'all are a mess.
All right, I'm about to get off. Y'all have a good evening. I gotta get some rest. I've been working all day.
Yeah, I gotta call my man. So,
all right, guys.
Y'all have a nice night.
Thank
y'all. It's been so nice. Continue to watch the Set Off and stream Rockstar EP in stores now. I'm working on my second EP. It'll be coming out, mid 2022. It's a lot of things happening. I have a tour coming up. I have a show coming up. It's a lot happening. So just stay tuned. Bitch.
Come through, Bunny Pussy.
The Bunny Pussy is gonna be on all y'all lips, bitch. Period.
Yes, and make sure everybody stays tuned for Media World in My Eyes Part 2.
Period.
Right.
From Rodney.
Yes, right. It's a lot happening.
And we got Terrence and a bunch of other movies and other TV shows.
Baby. I'm booked and busy on doing my acting. Carl, I will say this. Y'all did it go watch. You got to watch the episode, but y'all did it with singing the theme song.
That was really
cool. Oh, yeah, thank y'all.
You did the damn thing. I got to give it to you.
Yeah, I love that song. I know.
Now, I do have a question. So you already did the song before we decided to use it for the show?
I had did the song with the show in mind, but honestly, when I did the song, everybody, when we first, the first cast, it was like a bunch of rappers on here. And everybody supposed to have been on it. But, when Brandon had fired me, a lot of girls wasn't talking to me. So, bitch, I had to grab the bitches that were still talking to me, bitch. So,
got you.
Because Black was supposed to be on that track. Mitch was supposed to be on that track. It's a lot of people supposed to be on that track. It's supposed to be like 6 of us on that track.
Oh, wow. Well, they came out really good.
Yeah, so it was Bus Clown. Bus Clown Tell It. They did their thing. So
yeah, y'all did that. That was
jumping on it with me, a new rapper. Like that was
like
one of the first songs I recorded, bitch. I was so nervous. I'm like, bitch, and these bitches rap. I'm like, bitch, do I really want to put these hoes on here with me, bitch?
Yeah, girl.
They wanted me to take the last verse. I said, no, bitch, y'all been rapping longer than me, bitch.
They ate you, sis. They ate you up.
Yeah, they ate me, bitch. I said, okay.
But the song is so good, though.
They wanted me to take the longer verse. I said, bitch, y'all been rapping longer than me, bitch. I want y'all to take the longer verse.
Come on, Isaac from South Africa. Hey, Isaac.
Okay.
I believe Isaac was the person in not episode 4, but not episode 5, but in episode 4 in the comments that said that Brandon was real fine.
Ooh.
Oh.
Y'all are so silly.
Come through. Come through.
Y'all are so silly. But no, make sure everyone that y'all are following all of these individuals. Make sure that y'all are subscribing to everything they have going on. Make sure y'all are paying attention to the things that they have coming up in the future. Pop-Up Productions is getting ready to have casting calls for another season of Set It Off. We also have another show called The Trip that we're also getting ready to do. We're also working with other people on their projects. We also have another show that's in the works that should be filming in spring of next year. Like, we are out here working. I know y'all want content, so we are giving it to you.
Come on, Papa.
Come on, EP.
Period.
Let them know, EP.
Anyway, y'all, I'm tired of fooling with y'all. Y'all are so silly. But do y'all have any last words?
Good night, guys.
Just keep watching,
Go
keep
stream my
supporting,
album.
keep giving us comments, whether they're good or bad.
Rockstar.
Just
in
keep
stores
watching.
Now. Get my bitch Tramiel. His shit is 6-page letter. We did the verse battle together. 6-page letters in stores. Now get both.
Yep,
Okay.
Tramel is in the episode. Tramel is
Please
in
get
last night's
Tramiel album
episode.
too, bitch.
Yeah, you gotta go watch
y'all
the
want some
episode
R&B
call. It was
shit?
really, really good.
Yeah, get us both. Okay.
Real good.
And that's all I got to say. I'm done. Thank y'all.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Bye.
Night.
Good night.